Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. I think we'll run this one in black and white on looks of things. This one will probably work well with map mode. I don't know how big we're going to make it. Try that. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here a book, R.K. Narayan, The Dark Room. Interesting. There's all these books have all these metaphors, like it's obviously not about it. It could be about a photographic dark room for all we know, but basically it's just a metaphor. I do find literary metaphors quite annoying. I tend to like things to be a little bit more literal. But you know, that's the way they write books. But basically, yeah, I'm trying to get this stuff that I'm doing here to be trying to find a lost loved one, folks. And it's proven to be really difficult. I'm trying to get my videos to appear in the primetime news, and it's really proven to be quite difficult trying to get my stuff out there. This looks really quite nice, actually. Wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. It's going to be there. But it's really hard getting my stuff out there, trying to get the TV channels interested in what I do. Just wondering, why am I going here? Maybe we're going to make it a movement piece instead of a still piece. I don't know. But basically I'm really feeling lonely away from my partner, and I'm just trying to get in touch. So I'm trying to engage the free-to-air TV news channels in the prime time slot to get them to play my stuff, which is easier said than done, folks. That looks interesting. Not quite what I'm after, but basically I'm trying to get in touch with, yeah, I am. It's not an easy thing to do, trying to interest in a highly established system of that the news channels use. You know, they like the established sorts of stuff, like the death, disease, disaster and destruction and all the rest of the negative stuff, many of which begin with D, strangely enough. But basically they don't have much time for something nice. And that looks really quite interesting. I think we can work with that. I like also that edge, that speckledness and that sharp edge. I think that's going to make it look good. But I really get discouraged by how the system favours the negativity over the positivity of news, and how it does. It's really quite a discouraging thing, trying to get news channels to play stuff that doesn't normally fit their usual, I don't know, cookie cutter narrative. Everything's all cut to size, everything is all typical, and it's all established. There's nothing new or cutting edge about the news. It's just the same old regurgitated crap. One guy at my work calls it corona crap when they put the COVID-19 news on. He's sick of it. He calls it corona crap. I get sick of it as well, although last night I found it practical because I got to find out that I had to wear a mask on public transport and indoors, like in shopping places, because someone or a couple of people got infected recently in the community, and yeah, they applied that rule of making us wear masks, which is fair enough, however much I fucking hate them. And I hate hearing about that kind of news. It's like a kick in the head sometimes when you hear bad news like that, but I had to hear it. So, out with the mask. But that's an example of when it can be practical, and I just wish they could be more commonly a practical kind of a thing, the news, rather than just this shock horror freak show that we have become used to when we watch the news. And I'm just trying my best to present my stuff as much as I can, as best as I can, even though I feel like I'm the underdog when it comes to TV news exposure. I feel like an underdog. I don't feel like I matter and that I'm likely to win the prize of getting aired. I've never won an art prize, folks, even though I consider myself brilliant at what I do, and people have told me that I'm talented and all that sort of shit. And I forgot to switch the mirror image, but you can see that looks really nice, that negative image. This is the kind of negative I do like. Negative images that look really, really, really nice. But basically, I'm really lonely away from Luigi, and I do feel like a piece of me has died. Being away from him for so long, trying to find him, trying to use TV to locate him. Okay, let's see how this looks, if it goes with the rest of the job, making this harlequin effect. But it looks like a photographic piece anyway, the dark room. But I'm really missing him, folks, and I'm really dependent on the channels to deliver my partner to me so I can find him, get married and put the past behind us, because it was my fault that we got ourselves into this situation in the first place. It was me, not him. And anyway, that's come up looking a treat. I think now we can call this demo quits.